Alvin and I were childhood sweethearts, since we had known each other since kindergarten. Our parents also liked each other very much, so when we were young, the two families arranged a marriage for us. Alvin and I always knew we would get married, so we were very self-conscious and tried not to get along with the opposite sex. But Mary was an accident, because it was my suggestion to sponsor her. The first time I met her, she was skinny and very thin compared to people of her age. But she had a sweet mouth and would make everyone like her whenever they met her. As a result, I wanted to help a GF out of the poverty she faced. But I didn't have much pocket money, so I begged Alvin to help her with me. At first, Alvin was extremely reluctant. He said, "I don't have time to play these house games with you." Then I was in a serious car accident. He asked many people for help, and even though he never believed in God, he came to many worship places just to pray for me. He also heard from others that doing more good deeds could accumulate virtue for me. So he went to support Mary, who was born in poverty. Finally, in a few days, I was out of danger. At that time, he joked with me, said that Mary was my benefactor, and asked me to be nice to her. So I treated her as my own sister, and gave her whatever I had. However, I did not expect that I had let the wolf into the house, and she herself sharpened the knife that would stab me. Thinking of that, I lost my appetite and put down my spoon after eating a few bites. Alvin asked, "Is the food not to your liking?" I took a quick look and saw that many dishes on the table were added with chili peppers, but I could not eat spicy food. He also realized that and said apologetically, "Oh, sorry, I forgot you can't eat spicy food." I opened my mouth and was about to talk about breaking up when a familiar sweet voice came from the door. "Alvin." It was Mary. She was wearing a beautiful white dress and pushed open the door with a smile. When she saw me, she was stunned for a moment, then quickly smiled again and said, "Oh, Zero is here too." Her smile to me was not as bright as the one to Alvin. If you look closely, you could still see the perfunctory look in her smile now. As a result, I glanced at her and said nothing. Alvin frowned and said angrily, "Why can't you learn the entering?" Cynthia's habit of knocking on the door before it could be said to be anger, but it was more of helplessness. Mary smiled playfully. "I forgot. I would pay attention next time." Then she said to me, "Cynthia, can I have lunch with you? I'm starving after class." She was talking to me, but her eyes were fixed on Alvin. Without waiting for me to say anything, Alvin said, "Come and eat if you are hungry. If you see anything else you want to eat, order some more." Mary naturally walked to his right and sat down, smiling brightly, and answered, "No need, since you ordered so many of my favorites." After saying that, the expression on Alvin's face froze for a second, and he subconsciously looked at me. My emotions remained unchanged, and my expression was calm. "Eat more if you like." After I said that, the expression on his face eased, but there was a hint of inquiry in his eyes. "Cynthia, if you want to eat something, just order it." Alvin handed me the menu, and I refused with a smile. "No, I saw something disgusting this morning, and now I just want to vomit. I don't have much appetite." He frowned slightly. "What is it?" I pretended to be casual and said, "It's my friend. Her boyfriend cheated on her. He ate the food she cooked every day, and then ate the food cooked by his mistress. Today, she got stomach erosion and had surgery in the hospital. My friend sent me a photo and it was so disgusting. People with such low moral standards deserve to die without a burial place. Don't you think so, Alvin?" I smiled, but Alvin's face looked extremely ugly. He choked for a moment and agreed, yes,